step-by-step video tutorial. The very first question that is asked is, why did Java become famous? Java became famous because it is a platform independent programming language. So the next question that is asked is, what is platform independence? Now if you take a language like C or C++, now you write them on top of the Windows operating system and you compile them. Once compiled, the C and C++ languages makes use of the Windows operating system resources to run. So you cannot take this compiled C and C++ code and try to run it on the Linux. So this C and C++ are not platform independent because they depend on their operating systems. So whichever platform you compiled in, you have to run them only on that particular platform or that operating system. So how did they make Java platform independent? What they did is they brought in another layer between the Java language and the operating system. The layer is called the Java Virtual Machine, or JVM for short. Now there are different virtual machines for different operating systems. Now this virtual machine is dependent on the operating system, but Java will run on top of the Java Virtual Machine. So like this. So thereby there is a layer. So you can see that they have brought in a layer between the language and the operating system, thereby making Java a platform independent language. Java was originally created for creating programs for your mobile phones, your refrigerator and your TV and your cars and all those things. Since all these various devices had different types of operating system, they decided that they want a language which is platform independent, and they hit upon this idea called the Java Virtual Machine. So this is the reason Java is called a platform independent language. Now in this particular course we are going to do these following chapters. In chapter 1 we are going to learn about the installation of the Java Development Kit, the Java Virtual Machine, etc., and the Eclipse IDE, that is the Integrated Development Environment. This tool is used to write Java programs. In chapter 2 we will learn the basic syntax and statements that are available in Java, including data types and operators. Then we will do a few exercises and then a small review of all the topics we had done in chapter 1. In chapter 3 we are going to learn about the class and object. We are going to learn the various, how to write a method. We are going to learn how to write a method, the method signature and constructors. In chapter 4 we are going to be introduced to the object-oriented programming concepts, especially what makes a language object-oriented programming language. We are also going to learn about encapsulation and data hiding and polymorphism and overloading. Now with all the concepts we had learned till chapter 4, we are going to do a small sample project using the Java programming language. Then we will do a quick review of all the topics. In chapter 6 we are going to learn about inheritance, that is we are going to learn about abstract classes, interfaces, and the super keyword and the concept of overriding. In chapter 7 we will be introduced to collections, that is list, array list, hash map and generics. And then we will have a quick review of all the topics we did till then. In chapter 8 we will look at various types of exceptions, that is try, catch, finally and throws. Chapter 9 we will look at the final keyword, the static keyword and variable arguments, and then we will finish off this entire course with a final review. Chapter 1 we will learn how to install Java and Eclipse IDE. To install Java you need to install something called the Java Development Kit, JDK. It will install the compiler, virtual machine and related files. Now you can write Java programs in Notepad, but it will be very difficult to program. You need to remember syntax, etc., and if there are any issues you need to know how to go catch those issues. So the industry uses a free tool like Eclipse and NetBeans, etc. We will use Eclipse and we will take a look at it very soon. So we need to install the Java Development Kit and Eclipse IDE. So to install Java, go to Google and type in Java JDK download. So it will take you to like a site called Java SE downloads or something. Click on it. Now here you can see that you can go to the latest version, that is Java Standard Edition 7. You can see that this is the JDK and this is the Java runtime environment. If you install JDK, it will install JRE too, so you don't have to worry about it. So just click on download here for the JDK. Once you click on download, it will tell you, like, it will ask you what kind of operating system do you have. You accept the license agreement and then you decide whether you have a 64-bit or a 32-bit. If you have a 32-bit operating system, then you select this. If you have a 64-bit, select this. To find out what kind of operating system you have, you can right click on My Computer, or if you have Windows 7, you can right click here on this computer, click on Properties, and here you can see that the system type is 64-bit. If you have XP or Vista, just right click on My Computer and click on Properties. You will be able to see how many bits is your operating system. Now I have like a 64-bit operating system, Windows 64-bit. So here I'm going to click on this and then save this particular file. Now after saving your file, double click on the file and open it. This is likely to take some time. The wizard is pretty simple and straightforward. You can just click next, go through everything. It will install it in program files, Java JDK 1.7. If you want to change it, you can change it, but I suggest you leave it as it is. Click next. So here you can see that the development kit has been successfully installed. Now once you have installed the Java Development Kit, you can install the Eclipse IDE, that is the integrated development environment, which will make writing your Java programs easy. So in Google you can search for Eclipse IDE and then it will take you to this particular website. You can go to downloads, and over here you can download either like Eclipse IDE for Java developers, or you can download Eclipse IDE for Java Enterprise Edition developers. The difference between these two are, like, basically if you are going to learn about Hibernate, if you are going to learn about JSP servlets and Spring and all those things, then it is better you go for this Eclipse IDE for Java Enterprise Edition developers. But if you're going to pretty much stick with Java, basic Java, then Eclipse IDE for Java developers is more than enough. Or you can download the classic Eclipse also. So you can either download the 32-bit or the 64-bit. So once you download the 64-bit or 32-bit Eclipse Java Enterprise Edition, all you have to do is right click, extract files. You can install WinRAR to extract files, and then just click on OK, or you can extract it anywhere. It's just a direct extraction. So in my case, I have extracted to this Eclipse folder in C drive. All you have to do is come here, create a shortcut for this Eclipse, create a shortcut and paste it to your desktop. Right click, create shortcut. Once you have the shortcut here, you can pull this to your desktop. Or you can cut and paste it to your desktop. Or if you want, you can leave it here itself, and then you can double click on this Eclipse to start Eclipse. In chapter 2, we are going to learn the Java syntax by writing some small Java programs. Go to your desktop or wherever you installed Eclipse and double click on Eclipse. Now you can click on the Browse button and select any folder. This will be your workspace. I created a folder in the C drive called Learn Java. I am selecting that particular folder and I will click OK. So this C:\Learn Java folder will be my workspace. That is, all the sample programs will be stored here. And I'm going to click OK. You can close on the welcome screen. The very first thing that you have to do is we have to create a project. So let us click on File, New, and then here select Project. Now we want to create a Java project. So select Java project and click Next. Here we can give any project name. I'm just going to name this project as first project. Now you can keep everything as it is, like use default location and the environment is Java 1.7. Click next and then you can click finish. It will ask you some like, do you want to open the Java perspective? Say yes. So now we have a project, and if you click here right next to the project, you will see that it has a source folder. The SRC means is a source folder where you can store all your Java programs. Now before writing any Java program, let us create something called as a package. A package is nothing but folders in Java. We can right click on the source, click new package and create a package like day1.examples and click finish. Now these packages are nothing but folders in Java. If you want to see the folder structure, you can go to the C drive that Learn Java workspace. You can go to the C drive Learn Java workspace and you can see that project name first project, and under which we see that source folder, and under which you will see this day one folder, and under which you will see the examples folder. So you can see that the packages that we created there basically created folders for us in the C drive. So once we have created a package, let us create a small Java program. So let us right click on a package, click on new class. Now don't worry about what a class is, we will learn that very soon, but for now remember, if you want to write any Java program, you need to create something called as a class. And let us call this class my first class. Now remember, while creating the class name, you need to use a capital letter. The class name starts with a capital letter, and then the subsequent words will also have to be capital letters. For example, my M is capital, and then first class F is capital and C is capital. There should be no space between these particular words. It should be one word. Also, click on this public static void main. Of course, you will learn very soon about the use of all these things, but for now, just remember to create a class and then select public static void main, click finish. Now I want to increase the font size in Eclipse so that everyone can see clearly. To increase the font size, click on Windows Preferences, type in font, select colors and font, basic, text font, click edit, and here you can select a size and click OK. Now before writing any program, we have to learn how to write comments. Comments are useful in describing a particular program. For example, I want to say that I am planning to learn Java, so I want to write a comment. So let me delete these things. Now to write a multi-line comment, all you have to do is put this slash sign, asterisk, press enter. This will be a multi-line comment like this. Now I can write some kind of a description about this particular program. So here you can see that I have written some kind of a comment. Now this is an example of a multi-line comment. For a single line comment, you need to have 2 slashes. So here you can see that I have like 2 slashes and my first statement. It is a comment. You can write a comment anywhere in a class. It is not going to affect your program. Now if you want to print something to the console, the syntax is system dot. Now remember, the system keyword should start with a capital S, and when you put this particular dot, you should get some kind of a pop-up. This pop-up shows that this particular word you have typed it correctly. System dot out dot println. Then you open the parenthesis and double quotes, and within the double quotes you can type anything you want, like say hello world. Now this is the syntax to print something to the console in Java. System.out.println, and system starts with a capital S, and within double quotes you can type in anything you want. Now you can save this particular program by clicking on the save button here, and to run this program, that is compile and run this program, you can right click here anywhere in the screen, click on run as, and then click on Java application. Now you can see that the hello world has been printed here to the console.